Hey people, we're rounding out January with The Birdcage.
Yay!
This is a K choice, and as you can tell by the lack of library on it and the fact that we're holding up a case, means that this is from our DVD collection. The list is getting smaller.
Whoa!
This movie, I had heard stuff about it. I knew it starred Robin Williams, Nathan Lane. That's really all I knew, and that it had a, how can I put this delicately? It had a creative reputation as a I hope I can say the word, as a very LGBT film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Spill, when they always talked about movies, they said like Road to El Dorado, no. The Birdcage, no. None of these films are as gay as it was either Death Race or Fast and the Furious, which was the fourth one, I think. Wait, yeah, because there was Fast and Furious, then there was Too Fast, Too Furious, then there was Tokyo Drift, and then there was Fast and the Fast and the Furious, and then there was Fast 5, Fast 6, Furious 7, Fast 8, Fast 9, I think.
Diane Least. Okay.
So anyway, there's some things I do not find very entertaining. Like it's not that I hate them. It's just that I would rather watch something else. And I think that applies to a lot of people. It's like look, there's some of you that may not enjoy watching lizards get electrocuted, but I'm sure there's other people who are like,
That's
this
out
is
of left field. What are you talking about?
but I'm sure there's
my
tons
God.
like I'm sure people love to watch snakes shed their skin. However, there are
Is this science class?
however there are people
Can we
that
just get
however
to...
there are people that would rather watch something else than snakes shedding their skin. There are things I would rather watch than a drag act, and there are things I'd rather watch than Nathan Lane and Robin Williams, mainly Nathan Lane, hamming it up with gay jokes. But you know what? Take that take out the drag stuff and take out them being gay. Robin Williams is likable in this movie because he's playing the Mitchell character, I believe, from Modern Family, where it's like, yes, he's gay, but he's not like Elton John. He's more of Neil Patrick Harris. Meanwhile, you have Nathan Lane, who is so over the top and
the
so
female of the couple,
and
okay?
so like jealous and what is the term when you feel like someone's cheating on you?
Ashamed, mad.
Paranoid?
That's
Or is that jealous?
Jealous, maybe.
Who is so over the top like that.
Can we just get to the story?
Okay, but this goes throughout it. There was no point where I thought that Robin Williams should have hung out with, I assume they were married, but it was like Robin Williams is putting up with a lot of Nathan Lane's junk and attitude.
That's how they interpreted gay couples when the movie was made.
Yeah, you have a...
When was this movie made?
96.
Okay.
But I'm not trying to come across as homophobic. I'm saying take all of that stuff out. If that was...
Oh, jeez.
If this was a guy and a girl that were acting this way, I'd be annoyed by them too.
Okay.
You can talk about this movie because you enjoyed this movie way more than I did. I'm gonna get murdered in these comments. I'm sorry, people, but okay, go.
I thought it was a funny movie.
Tell the plot.
So what it was is Robin Williams ran the club, the Birdcage. Nathan was the main.
Was crying at the beginning.
He was the main performer at the show. So
With,
everybody
like,
came to see. What was her name? Sirian? No, Sir.
Sarand. It was some weird, like, not even like a
It was
person
just a
name.
stage name.
It's like bubbly champagne, cherry blossom.
So anyway, stop. So anyway, their son comes home. Okay. And Robin Williams knows that he's coming home.
Robin Williams kisses his son on the lips, which is kind of weird.
Robin Williams' character knows that his son is coming home. He wanted to surprise Nathan Lane.
He did?
Yes.
I thought
it was going to be a surprise.
I thought he was trying to surprise Nathan Lane. To, like, make him feel better. I thought that's what it was. And he just came up out of the blue. Sorry. I misinterpreted the movie and I apologize.
No problem. So he came home and then he broke the news to Robin Williams, his dad, that
he's getting married to
a female.
A lady.
Woman, a lady.
Ooh, it's a lady.
So they weren't real sure about it and everything, and he's like, yes, it would be okay, blah blah blah.
I am happy that the parents were able to look past that their son was straight.
And then
they're very accepting.
What had happened was they both were telling their parents, okay, and then they called each other.
What was the girl's name again?
I forget.
Oh, do you want me to tell you?
Go ahead.
Originally it was Barbie.
Oh, Barbara.
Yeah. Can we just call her Barbie throughout this movie?
Why?
Why not?
Okay, but she didn't like being called Barbie.
Barbie is a way better name than Barbara.
Maybe to some people. So, so then
Callista Flockhart only gets like 30 lines in this movie, if that.
Gene Hackman has to get out of town because one of the senators that he did this bill on
was, oh wow,
kind of fooled around and died in bed with
an underage black prostitute.
Yep.
Not for me.
And so he wanted to get out of town. So they decided they would go visit their future in-laws. So the press is camped out of Gene Hackman's house.
You mean the National Enquirer mainly?
Everybody.
Yeah.
And the limo driver was taking money from people by him telling them where they were going and what was going on and everything. So,
yeah, spoiler alert, there was no comeuppance for that, and there should have been.
Yeah. But
this movie, I hate to say it, but this movie should have added like 10 more minutes so some of the bad guys would have been caught.
So Gene Hackman was climbing out the bedroom window with the ladder there and everything. So they were trying to avoid the press, and his wife and daughter were going to go out the front door. And instead of flying, because the press would hound them there, and as soon as they get off the plane, they would be hounded by the press again. And so he starts to go out the window, and there's the press. Can we get a statement? Blah, 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 blah,
you know what
blah.
this part of the movie reminded me of? It reminded me of two movies that I thought were a little bit better. Dave and My Date with the President's Daughter.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's on DVD.
So then what happens is they said, where are you going? Oh, we're going to the family farm. And,
okay.
And the National Enquirer, the guy that asked the question, knew that they were going to
South Beach,
Miami area. So here they are. They're following the car. The National Enquirer is, and then they all end up down there.
Good museum, terrible magazine.
Ow, 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 ow. No, that's not going to help. The tendon is swollen. So then what happens is they have to take everything out of the house
Yeah,
because
why?
they have a lot of men naked.
No, well, why do they need to?
Because the senator is straight-laced.
Because the Sun wants them to hide their flamboyancy, which all this, when I saw this, all I kept thinking of was, this just gonna, why are they hiding this? Because eventually it'll be revealed.
Yeah.
But they do kind of cover it up that they live in Sweden or something? Greece. They live in Greece. And this is like their summer home or something, so yeah. I guess. But I think I made the comment like, why doesn't Nathan Lane just dress in drag and play the wife? And
yeah, and then guess what happened?
I was about an hour ahead of the movie.
Yep. So that's what he does. He pretends to be his mom.
And he kind of does a Julia Child impression, it felt like.
Maybe.
Julia Child while dressed like Rose from Golden Girls.
And then their houseboy from Guatemala or somewhere.
Which, yeah, there's many scenes of the houseboy.
He's in a thong cleaning the hot tub, and then he doesn't wear shoes.
Are board shorts illegal? Like he can't wear like t-shirt and shorts. Is whatever.
He did. They were just tight. So when the family arrives,
he had a funny bit about shoes, about how he doesn't wear shoes. So as a result, he keeps tripping, which I expected him to trip while carrying the champagne.
Oh yeah, he did pretty good there. And going up and down the stairs, I thought he would weeble wobble.
Yeah, I thought that too. So anyway, are you going to talk about Christine Baranski?
Oh, she is the real mom.
I was like, I hadn't seen this movie, Kay has, and I was like, what is Christine Baranski, what is she gonna do in this movie? And I thought, well, my thought was she was gonna be like some actress that they paid to pretend to be Robin Williams' wife.
Ah.
I was close.
Very close.
That was during his straight phase or bi phase.
He was just recently coming out of the closet. So he's like, well, what is this all about women or whatever? And they met, and
this was when he experimented for
once,
and like
and they had a baby
twice in 75 minutes. So way to go.
But she went on to build a business empire with
like a gym, I think.
A gym and books and videos and everything.
So she was like
so she wasn't in her son's life.
So she was like Jane Fonda.
Yeah, pretty much, maybe. Yep.
Jane Fonda or Denise Austin.
Hi, kitty cat. Hello.
Go. She'll be done soon.
So then so they're having a good old time, having drinks, and Nathan Lane is really drinking. And the senator says, I'm not really a drinker. And then the houseboy, the waiter, or whatever you want to call him, was like, well, it's a good time to pretend.
Wasn't that later?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they already were there. They already had dinner. They already had...
Well...
Dinner was soup without the shrimp.
Do you remember the shrimp? Wait. Do you remember?
Oh God!
I want to say a fun fact. Do you remember the scene with the shrimp?
Yeah.
That was real.
Oh really?
That was not planned whatsoever. And also during the champagne scene.
Yeah.
The director apparently had to be like covered because he kept laughing so loud. And part of me felt that, I know Robin Williams can ad-lib, and his ad-libbing can be hilarious at times. I was wondering, there was one part where he like mentioned Madonna, I think, and someone else, and I was like, okay, I have a feeling they just stopped it so he could ad lib. That this director kind of was the early Judd Apatow, where he had them do one scene normally and then do a second scene where they could ad lib as much as they wanted.
Maybe.
It kind of shows, at least a little bit.
Can I see you in the kitchen? Then the wig.
Let's see, what else?
Mom, I think you need to go to the bathroom. I think we're all going to the bathroom. Oh, you people just... Yeah.
Are you going to mention how kind of annoying Nathan Lane was in this movie?
I said he was acting the typical of how they thought gay couples acted, the female of the gay couple, of the men.
Okay, but I think it was like, I think I said, is this like the 4th or 5th time that Nathan Lane has stormed out and Robin Williams has to apologize?
Well, because he's very emotional.
Aspirin's a heck of a drug.
Yeah. He thought it was something else, and the one guy just, he let him think what it was, and he's like, what are you giving him drugs for? And he's like, I scrape off the, what is it, AS or BA for bear or something.
No, I think it was the AS and...
For aspirin.
Yeah. It's like, well, you can overdose on aspirin.
Yeah, but he was a little...
You won't have a headache, but you can overdose.
One before the show and one after the show. It was for clarity. Oh, well. Oh, gosh.
What is that,
Why are you banging your head?
That's because Adderall wasn't invented yet.
No, it wasn't. No. Are we saving the end? Don't go into it. So they're having a gay old time. They had soup, stew, whatever.
Did you say that intentionally?
No. For dinner, and then she's like, okay, let's go to the living room and have coffee. And she takes the champagne or the wine, and they have cake, and yeah, it was... And then the wife says to Gene Hackman, she's like, there's something strange going on here. And he's like, well, yeah.
And this guy is like obsessed with her, so now it's Pat, the movie.
So he's like, well, of course, her husband is flamboyant and probably has mistresses and blah, 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 and she can't handle it, and she's always home, and yeah. Anyway, it was... You had to be there, so maybe watch it. I thought even watching it for the 3rd time, I think this was the 3rd time, I still saw things that I might not have remembered or seen the first time.
If you're wondering the reason why I'm not a huge fan of men in drag stuff, one, I feel that's a lazy cheap joke.
Okay.
And two, because I first really saw it as Gap Girls on SNL, and this was back when SNL forgot that women were funny. After Gilda Radner, they forgot that for a couple of decades. And Jane Curtin and Lorraine Newman, just saying. So they mainly had the Sandler, Farley, and Spade and drag, and the girls on the cast hated it because they were kind of taking food out of their mouths. Like, the girls barely got any screen time, and now guys in drag were taking their screen time.
Okay.
Also, some interest. 4 people that were considered for these roles. David Alan Grier.
Birdcage?
Yeah, David Alan Grier was considered for the butler, but he kind of turned it down because he thought it was demeaning to play a butler.
Oh.
Who else?
I don't know.
Robin Williams was considered to play the Nathan Lane role.
Oh.
Steve Martin was considered to play the Robin Williams role.
No. That would have been too cheeky.
I would have rather seen Steve Martin try to play the Nathan Lane role. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Like
you can't do the Egyptian, you know?
No, they'll do his Maxwell Silverhammer dance.
Oh.
Maxwell Silverhammer! or however that song
Well,
goes.
remember when they were practicing that he was going to be the uncle?
Like John Wayne.
Okay, just get off that
Like a
horse.
cowboy.
Just get off my horse. And that lady at their outdoor patio restaurant, she kept like watching him.
I did find it funny that when they tried to make their house more masculine, they put Playboys in the bathroom. I did find that funny.
Don't add.
Just subtract or subdue.
Once you take out, don't add.
And two other actors were considered. I don't remember for which role though.
Okay. Who were they though?
Do we have the movie?
Yeah, who were they?
Keep blabbering for a second.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, for the Robin Williams role. I think it was for the Robin Williams role. I disagree that it's the funniest comedy I'll see in 1996, unless 1996 was a bad year.
Oh, maybe. Who'd they consider?
No, I was trying to remember because it was the Armand role, I think.
Armand and Albert.
Two actors that were considered for the role. You ready for this? Oh, righty then.
No.
Yup.
Oh god.
Jim Carrey was considered for Robin Williams' role. He would eventually play a gay role in I Love You, Philip Morris. And he might have been typecasted. Billy Crystal.
Oh, no.
And the reason why Robin...
I think they picked the right ones.
The reason why Robin Williams, he didn't want to play the Nathan Lane role because this would have come out after Mrs. Doubtfire, and he didn't want to be like typecast.
Got it. I could see that.
So anyway, enough of these white actors. Let's get...
Okay, what are we doing
After
next?
a very interesting January.
We're moving right into February, guys.
For Black History Month. So join us next time where... Back. I'm sorry, people. I'm the blabbermouth, not Kay. So, Kay, 2 questions. Would you recommend people see this movie?
Yeah, I already said so.
I would say, I
thought it was humorous. Now you have to think the 1990s humor.
Yeah, I thought Tammy and the T-Rex was a better portrayal of culture, but
Yeah.
So, and the second question is, since this is a DVD of ours, do we donate it or upgrade?
Upgrade and donate that one.
Okay, now we're done.
Bye.
We've wasted enough of your time. See ya.